Good morning. It is Monday, March 10th. Yes. I am at my first dog walking client. I have a few clients today. I get to see Miso today. And yeah, it's supposed to be raining all week this week. Not Monday, not today, but Tuesday through Friday. It's supposed to be raining all week. I'm just not ready for that. So today I'm gonna get ready for that. I'm gonna make the boys some frozen Kongs. I'm gonna just get their activities put together so that, we can game plan for the next 4 days. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do today. I'll probably take them to the park or something today to really try to drain some of their energy. Luckily, Jeter, he had his nose work class yesterday and we had some really challenging drills or practices or runs as they call them to do. So he's still tired. His first competition or our first competition is this Sunday. So we're gonna do some extra classes on Tuesday and Friday, I believe, to get ready for that. So that should help him. Well, I guess unless it's raining. I think she still does it in the rain because they still do the competitions whether there's rain or not. Like you really have to be prepared for the elements, which is why nose work is such a great sport to do with your dog, even if you just want to do it for fun and you don't want to compete, because it really, really, really hones in on like positively associating your dog to so many different environments, weather types, sounds, people's, other dogs. It's just, I love it so much, and I will probably most likely do this for the rest of my dog owning career. Yeah, so let's get started with our first walk today. So I was just walking Pee-Pee, right? That's so funny that that Pee-Pee, you'll hear in the story. Anyway, so I was walking Pee-Pee, and I at the end of the street I see this man helping this woman who like has this walker, and so then as I'm continuing to the end of the street, I realize he separates from her and like walks around the corner. And so when I get down to that corner, he's all the way in the right corner, on the other, like on the outside of the gates of the pool area, and he's like looking through the gate or whatever, and he's just standing there staring. And so at first I'm thinking that he's like being a peeping Tom or somebody, like somebody's like in the pool or jacuzzi or something, and he's just like staring at them. So I stop and I'm staring at him, waiting for him to notice me, because I'm like, what is going on? And then he's still standing there for quite a while. So I slowly start getting closer and closer to the pool. I'm close enough to the pool on the opposite side where I can see into it, and I see there's nobody in the pool. So I'm like, what the hell is he staring at? Excuse my language, sorry. What the heck is he staring at? So weird. And then I realize he's peeing in the corner. A grown man. Like, I guess it's one thing, like, if you pee in a bush or on a tree or whatever, like out on a hike or in some rural area or whatever, but this, like, look around here, there are many children around here, and he's just peeing in the corner. And he turns around and sees me, and I see him, and I just stand there staring at him. He's staring at me. He doesn't say anything. I'm still standing there. We stood there staring at each other probably for like 5 seconds. And I thought he was going to say something. I was waiting for him to say something, because then I was going to be like, dude, what the F? Like, he could have easily just walked into that lady's house and peed in her house. Like, it looked like they were related. Yeah, weird. And yes, he was an older white man in his 60s, wearing a bright red shirt, and got in his Tesla and drove away. So yeah, that was gross. Weird. Disgusting. Miso is starting to sniff more on the walks, which is a great sign. The fact that she's willing to slow down and kind of sniff and assess her environment is a really, really good sign, huh? Sit. Good girl. Good girl.
I didn't think about it.
Lisa. Yes. So there's a lot going on. This guy just got in his car. There's a mom with 2 kids, and there's 2 people in front of me. And so I'm just standing here, yes, on this corner and letting Miso take it all in. And anytime she looks at me, I'm just gonna reward that. Yes, good girl. Oop, and there's a bike going by right now. Oh, good girl for coming closer. Good girl. So I'm teaching her, if you're unsure or nervous at all, just look to me, huh? And I'm also pairing all of these things with high value treats. So she's gonna build a positive association to these things, become more neutral to these things. Huh. Yeah. Yes, you're doing so good. Good girl. Unsupervised dog, cracked open garage, open enough it can stick its head through with its paws out, growling as we're walking by. Seems like a really good decision on the owner's part. Doesn't seem like a risk at all. Anyway, back to the walk. first kisses ever from Fifi. I don't normally let dogs that aren't mine like kiss my face or anything. I was bit in the face pretty good years ago when I was like in my 20s or something. Come here, mama. So I really don't like dogs in my face that I don't know that well. But I really love Fiesta and I trust her. See, she'll give me more. Yeah. Yeah. No, thank you. Good girl. She can be kind of like avoidant of people. When I first, sorry about the background noise. When I first met her, Marnay told me, like, don't be surprised if she kind of barks and runs away from you when you come in the house. Because she's nervous with people and she's older. So she just moves away. And so I was like, okay. So every time I would come and leash her up, I'd always give her a treat afterwards, and I'd always bring a high value treat for her. So now when I show up and she sees me, she still gets a little barky, you know, but she comes running to me, and she also just stands there and waits for the treat because she knows it's coming. So we have definitely built a pretty good relationship together, regardless of her being an older dog, and she can't hear that well either. She's almost deaf. So that just shows you don't even need to be able to talk to a dog to be able to build a relationship with them. Yeah, I love her so much. Okay, I am home. Come on. And I just had a little snack. My sister made potato tacos this weekend, and so we have some left over, and they're so freaking good. But I'm about to take the boys to the PARK so they can run around and get some exercise and get out. Suka's been asking me to go for the last few days now, and if you're thinking like, oh well, how does a dog ask you to go? I know what he's asking me. He goes to the door, turns around, looks at me, give me those puppy dog eyes. He's doing it right now. Or he'll go over to where his leash is hanging up and he'll like sniff his leash and maybe give it a little lick, and then he'll look over at me and I'm like, I know. So we're going to the PARK. We don't do it every single day because I don't want them to expect it every single day, because they definitely pick up on that kind of routine very quickly. And I very much nurture a calm, patient type of household. We do not get excited and crazy and tell mom what to do. We are calm and we're patient. Not that they really tell me what to do. But yeah, so we're gonna go to the park. I'm gonna show you how excited that they get when I tell them we're gonna go somewhere. Oh, Suki, I don't normally tell them when we're gonna go somewhere, because again, calmness, patience. But when I do, I get very excited. So I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm just standing here, right? And they're all looking at me like, I feel like something's happening, but I don't know. Suka's tail's wagging. Do you wanna go bye-byes? You wanna go a car ride? You wanna go to the park? Okay, let's go. Come on, let's go bye-bye. Come on, let's go. He's like, yay, finally, Mom. We get to go. It's only been a few days, but every single day, they're just excited as if it's the first time all over again, which is one of the reasons why I love dogs so much. It's the simple things, right? You excited? You wanna go bye-bye? Yeah, okay, let's go. Here, drop. Catch. Go. Louis. Suka. Yes, catch. Good boy. Jeter. Oh my gosh. Doing some muzzle training today. So this exercise that I do, I put the balls in the muzzle, and then the boys have to touch the muzzle with their nose before I throw it. Eventually, I'm gonna make it a little bit more complex, where they're gonna have to stick their nose fully inside the muzzle, and then I throw it. But as of right now, we're just working on touch. Rude. You never bark. It's because I have salmon treats. Hey, naughty, little naughty. I don't, no, that's not how you ask. That's rude. That's rude. So yeah, anyway, that's what we're gonna do. Also, please forgive me. I didn't bring my tripod, so I don't know how this footage is going to come out. Sir, he really never does this. I think they're just really excited. They're at the park. I have treats. I have a ball. Rude, sir. So yeah, I'll do my best to get some video footage of them playing ball and me doing this exercise, but I didn't bring my tripod. And I have to keep my eyes peeled because if anybody starts heading towards this dog park with a dog like they're gonna come in, I gotta leash the boys up and I gotta get out of here, just for everybody's safety. So, okay, they're very excited. Touch, yep. So good. Yeah, good boy. Something happened at the dog park today that was so awesome. So when I first adopted Suka, he really resource guarded his toys. Oh, more so when I first met him, because I knew him for maybe close to a year before I officially adopted him. And so when I first met him, I figured out very quickly that he was a big resource guarder, did not want to share a ball with me. And for the few weeks, I think he was maybe at the facility I was going to train for maybe a month or two. So within that time, I would show up with 2 balls, always the same exact ball. And I found out that the ball is so valuable for him, hence why he resource guards it, that if I have a second one, now the guarding, like him wanting the ball that I have versus the one he's currently possessing, like he really like took to that very well, because he would be possessing a ball, but he sees I have another one. He's like, oh, I really want that one too. And then I would throw that ball and he'd take off after it, and I was able to grab the one that he was resource guarding. But he never, when we play fetch, he never brings the ball fully to me and drops it or anything like that. I always was trading with the second ball. And then when we got Jeter, and Jeter got older and bigger, we taught them kind of how to play ball together. That's a whole story within itself. But basically what happened today is when I need Suka's ball to be brought to me, I tell Jeter, ball, or get it. And he goes and he picks up his ball and he brings it to me. Suka always would drop it, halfway, sometimes more than halfway. He definitely was, within the last year, was coming closer to me and dropping it. But Jeter would grab it and bring it all the way to me. And when we're playing ball, I use those words, ball or get it. And I told Jeter to go get it. Suka turned around, went, picked up the ball and brought it to me, and he still dropped it maybe like 3 feet away from me, maybe a little bit more, but he still brought it to me, and that was pretty cool. And it means that he's learned the get it command just by watching Jeter, because I've never officially taught him that. So that was really cool. Yeah, 4 years into it and we're still having wins, so it felt really, really good. And when these kind of things happen, I look around like, oh my God, I have nobody to tell this to. Like, nobody understands what a big deal this is, but I'm very happy. I'm very proud of him. And it just is a small little reminder that we still are making progress. We still have wins. He's still moving forward in the right direction. So super happy about that. Hello. It is bedtime. After we got back from the park, the boys slept for quite a few hours. They were pretty tired. And I just kind of hung out, chilled. Dylan came home early. We ate dinners. We ate dinners. We had leftovers for dinner, so we didn't cook anything, which was nice. And yeah, now we're gonna get in bed because we're tired. I think the daylight savings time is just kind of, we're feeling it a little bit, you know? So we're gonna get in bed. Jeter's tired. He was sleeping. Your baby tired. Suki tired. So we're gonna go to bed. All right, good night. He says, Daddy, don't forget to come pick me up.
My baby.
Says so tired. Oh. Oh, just a little baby. Just a little tink. No. Love you. Good morning. It is Tuesday, March 11th, and it is raining outside. It was raining pretty hard for the last few hours, but it has now slowed down, and it says it's supposed to slow down for the next few hours. So I'm gonna try to get my boys pottied and fed, and then head out and get these dogs walked and the things that they need before it starts pouring again. I think it's supposed to start picking up again around like 12, 1-ish. So I gotta get moving. So let's go. Clearly I'm the only one in a hurry this morning. Babies, we have to wake up. Good boy, we have to get up. You wanna have breakfast? Are you hungry? Yeah? Do you wanna eat something? That will get you out of bed, right? So, what about breakfast in bed?
What? How about you train your dogs? Oh, now you want to go away because I'm pulling my phone out?
Fiesta was just peeing outside the house, and he's calling the cops because his dogs were barking at Fiesta, and it's honestly ridiculous. And he came out to yell at me, and I have a witness. My friend was on the phone. So yeah. Oh, now he's closing his garage.
I'm coming right now. I'm gonna look at your location. I'll be there. Want me to sit on the phone with you? What's wrong? Someone gonna take hundreds away. When the cops do come, right? calm as possible, okay? You're calm as possible.
So basically his story was that you were coming off aggressive and he was trying to be as reasonable as possible to let you know that the dogs were right.
Yeah.
Obviously both sides of the story, nobody's going to shed themselves in a bad light, right?
Right.
It just sounds like you guys got off the wrong foot. Obviously you've been walking this dog for a while, so you've passed by his house probably hundreds of times.
Literally come here 4 times a week. Yeah. For the last year.
He basically said that he will not try to talk to you anymore, and
Thank you.
if you, my suggestion, like I said,
I
is
will.
walk on the other side
I
of the sidewalk
absolutely
just when you
will.
pass by.
Okay. Thank you
Okay.
so much. I'm sorry you guys
Absolutely.
had to come out here for this.
Not at all.
Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies, for...
Yeah, you want me to drive you to your car?
So, I was walking Fifi just now down this street that I've walked down many times. I walk Fifi like sometimes 4 to 5 times a week for the last year. So I can't tell you how many times I've walked down this street. And I'm on the phone with my friend. And my friend's just telling me some story. And so I'm on the phone's on speaker. And I'm walking Fifi, and we're walking by this house, and we're walking by pretty swiftly, but at the corner of the house, there's a bush on the edge of the street, like right where the curb is, or sidewalk is. And so she stops to sniff that bush and go pee, and then next thing I know, I hear somebody like yelling at me. And so I'm on the phone with my friend, and so I say, give me a second, I think someone's talking to me. He's like yelling at me through a window, and I said, I'm sorry, sir, what'd you say? Like, I couldn't understand what he was saying. And he was like, you know, you're making my dogs bark, like, you shouldn't be in front of my house, like, blah, 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 blah. And so I was like, what? I was like, how is that my problem? I'm just walking a dog. Like, and so he's like, oh, okay. And he slams his window, and the window's right next to his front door, and rips open his front door and walks out, starts walking towards me. And he was like, you need to go walk your dog at a park. Like, you shouldn't be, your dogs are barking. Your dog is making my dogs bark and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, again, how is that my problem? Like, I'm literally out here on the sidewalk walking this dog. I said, I am her dog walker. I don't own this dog. So you will be seeing me walk this dog. And I've been walking her for a year, like trying to explain myself. And so he's just still yelling at me, and I'm like, sir, can you calm down? Like, you're being so aggressive and you're really starting to freak me out. And so he starts like bouncing around and getting closer and more aggressive, and goes, oh, am I scaring you? Like, are you scared of me because I'm a white man? And like, it just keeps getting closer. And I'm like, sir. And so then I pull out my phone, and I say, how about you get a dog trainer instead of blaming me for walking a dog on the sidewalk? And as I'm whipping out my phone, and so he turns around to walk back inside because I whipped my phone out. And because I make the dog trainer comment, I think he got super pissed by that. And so he's like, oh, don't worry about it, I'm calling the cops on you right now. So of course I stay there, because if they call the cops, like, I'm not about to just leave, like, and them think like I'm fleeing or whatever. Like, so I just end up getting so like scared at that point that I just stay there because I'm too scared to leave. But I'm also scared to be there. And so he's still yelling at me from the window. And he's talking to the cops through the window. He opens the window so I could hear his conversation with the cops. And he's like, there's this woman out in front of my house, and she's being super aggressive, and like, I think the dog she has is okay and everything, but she's being really aggressive, and starts describing what I look like and all this stuff, and saying like I'm on his property and like I won't leave his property, and it's like none of that is true. I'm literally standing on the sidewalk. And sorry, let me So then I call Marnay, my boss, of course, and tell her what's happening. She's like, I'm on my way. I call Rachel, of course, because, you know, Dylan's at work and it takes him about an hour to get up here. And the next person that makes me feel the safest is Rachel. So I called Rachel, and she was only like 4 minutes away. So she got here super fast, and they stayed with me. You know, we talked to the cops, and they were very reasonable and nice, thankfully. And, you know, they were saying things like, I just don't understand why he's giving you a hard time because you're on the sidewalk. And, you know, and then I told the cop, I was like, you know, I made this comment. I said, how about you get a dog trainer instead of blaming me? And the cop actually chuckled, and I said, I think that comment really pissed him off. And that's when he's like, oh, don't worry, I'm gonna call the cops on you. And the cop was just like, that doesn't make it, like, why would he do that, you know? And so after that, he was like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to him. And then, you know, when they came back, I got that on recording, which yeah, I got that on the recording. So I'm just sitting in the car right now trying to reset myself. I think honestly, looking back at it, what made him so mad, because I've walked by that house so many times, and Fiesta's peed on that bush so many times. Like, that's even like one of the reasons why I walk by there, because I always take the dogs to the spots where they love to go potty, like to the same spots, you know, and then I'm like, those other people were just in front of me with 2 dogs that peed right over there. Like, so why me? And then I was thinking about it, other than the fact that I'm not white, and I was thinking about it, and also I was told you I was on the phone with my friend, and I was saying on that phone call, and it was on speaker, I was going, no, like, that's a state of mind, like, these misogynistic men, and, like, they can't, like, you know, whatever, and I was having that kind of conversation, and that's when I started hearing the yelling. So I think that's why he started yelling at me, not because his dogs were barking, and if we're being honest, I didn't hear any barking. Like, I literally saw his dog peeking at us through the window, and the dog was not barking. So I feel like that's why he came out, because he was angry at the conversation I was having with my friend in front of his house that he could hear. Like, I don't know. But now I'm just sitting in the car trying to reset myself, because this isn't the first time something like this has happened to me, and I'm literally just like living my own life. It's just, and that's not the only one either. Like, I've had quite a few of these situations, and it just doesn't get easier. But I'm trying to reset myself, because life goes on. Like, I still have 3 more dogs I have to go, or 4 more dogs that I have to go walk. But I can't calm down. Like, my legs are shaking, my hands are shaking. Okay. All right. All right. I don't know how to end this video and not make it awkward. The next dogs, I'm gonna go walk. I have 2 more, 2 more clients from Marnay, and then I get to go walk and work with Cusco. So, looking forward to that. I love seeing Cusco, so let's get back to work. I was gonna record these next 2 walks that I have, but honestly, I just feel a little like shaken up still, and I just want to pay attention to my surroundings more. So I'm not gonna record the next couple walks, my last 2 walks, but maybe I will record my training session with Cusco. So we'll see how I feel in the next hour. I think I just need a little more time to decompress. Look whose house I'm at. No jumping, you know. Sit. Hey, I know I smell like a bunch of dogs. No jumping, no jumping. I know they're better. Yeah, good sit. No, no, no. Good down. Good sit. No. Sit. Better, good. Bro, just go away from me. Go away. I got your license plate. I got your license plate. So I had to cut Cusco's walk early because I got harassed by somebody else. I got a little video of it, but I was literally just walking him, and the video that you just saw before this, I was doing the engage disengage game right there on that corner. And so then I went to cross the street, but I stepped off on the curb, and then Cusco went to kind of walk a little further in front of me, so I stopped and recalled him back and made him sit. And as I did that, this guy came whipping around the corner in his car, and he had his window down, and he slowed down next to me and just started yelling at me, telling me to like get out of the street and like all this stuff. And me like Like, I'm gonna say something back because I don't want you to think that I'm just gonna like comply. I don't want you to think that I'm just like gonna fold and you can just overpower me and like do what you want. Like, I don't want you to think that I'm weak. So he starts yelling at me and I just say, you should slow down. Like, what are you talking about? And I said, and I'm not even in the street. So he just continued to yell at me. And so I whip out my phone and I just start saying, of course, another white man bothering me when I'm just fucking trying to do my job. And so he's just yelling something at me out the window, and I'm saying, like, look for yourself on TikTok later, like, because I feel like if I start recording you start saying stuff like that, then maybe you'll give a shit about how you're acting because it's on video. And then he proceeded to just follow me in his car the whole walk. So I FaceTimed Rachel, and Rachel stayed on the phone with me until I made it back, and she saw it. I turned the phone towards her, and she saw him clear as day just yelling at me. He literally came up right next to me for a third time yelling at me. And then he sped off once Rachel was like, you know, just leave her alone, dude. Like, and then telling me like, he's crazy, just leave. And so he speeds off. And then as I'm walking home, he proceeds to like circle me like 3 more times. I just, twice in one day, what's happening? I'm like scared now. Like, I don't want to say that. I hate that I'm saying that. But like, if he really wanted to do something, like, what could I do? You know, like, I'm not that strong. I can't run that fast. Like, so I'm gonna take a break for the rest of the day. I'm not filming anymore at all. Maybe I'll do a little closeout later once I've like calmed down. But I'm making these videos though because I think this is important for people to know that this kind of stuff happens.
I'm feeling a
to
little
people
better.
like me
I
every
just got
single
out of the
day.
bath. I took a really long bath and just kind of relaxed. My eyes just feel like really heavy and swollen, and I have a little bit of a headache. But the bath was really nice. And I have a really good friend that I've known for about 11 years now. Her name's Lexi. And she was on the phone with me for the last few hours, and we were just chit-chatting, and that obviously helped. Dylan has to work later today, and he has to go get a haircut, and of course he was like, oh, I'm gonna come home right now. When I first called him about the first incident, I told him no, I was fine, and then I called him about the second incident. He said, I'm coming home right now, and I said, no, I'll be okay. And then he again was like, I'm coming home, and I just told him no, because he has a barber down in the old area we used to live, and again, that's like over an hour away. And he really loves this barber, and he really needs a haircut, and he's got some meetings and stuff coming up, I believe. So I'm okay. So I told him, please, like, I want you to go get your haircut. I want you to stay at work. Like, you know, I'll be okay. So I just want to make that note in case anyone has that thought of like, why isn't Dylan coming home, you know? He wanted to, but I'm going to be okay. And I have a good support system up here where we live. And I just fed the boys, and then I'm going to head over to Rachel and Abby's right now so I can just kind of hang out with them and just hang out for a little bit. So yeah, let's go to Rachel and Abby's.
Good morning. It is Wednesday, March 12th. As you just saw, I did not get any footage of us at Rachel's. We just hung out for a little bit and played some board games. And then we came home and watched some TV and then went to bed. Excuse me. Sit. Hi, baby. Okay, Case. Chill up. Benzo. Jeez. And then went to bed. He's just... He knows that not feeling the best since yesterday. Not my normal spunky self. So I love him. He's so funny. He gets like goofy when I feel a little down, and it always makes me laugh, and I love it. But I slept pretty good because I took some melatonin. I needed to sleep. With how shot my nervous system was and everything, I knew I wasn't going to go to sleep. So I took some melatonin that did help me sleep. And I was sleeping pretty good. And then I was having a dream that I was at Rachel's house and we were all hanging out. And I walked out to my car, as I usually do, to get something from it. And the guy in his car who was following me yesterday, like, pulled up right next to me. And my body clearly and my brain went into such like a state of fear or shock that I just immediately woke up. Like, my eyes just opened and I just like immediate panic and just kind of looked around and was like, you know, trying to calm myself down. So clearly there's a little bit of PTSD there, which is, I think, to be expected because it's just only the next morning. And as I've stated before, that these things happen to me often, unfortunately. That's why for the most part I walk around with, you know, my head up and my eyes peeled, but I really try not to talk to anyone and, you know, get in anyone's way and just kind of stick to myself. And unfortunately that it's still not working for me. So how do I feel today? A lot of anxiety this morning. I've been doing a lot of things to try to just calm myself. Judah, lay down, baby. Oh, I almost knocked the water over. Trying to do a lot of things to calm myself. Like, I put on there's this like chakra sound wave album on Apple Music that I love to listen to, and it really helps when I have like headaches and stuff. So I put that on. Anytime my brain started panicking or started remembering or thinking about it, I try to think about something different, whether it was my day or like a happy memory, like just trying to battle that, you know, or even thinking to myself when it starts to pop up in my head, because everything keeps replaying over and over again. I go through it and I change what I did, you know, like I get the license plate of that guy's car. I, you know, like walk away sooner, like I just like learn from the experience, right? So just kind of analyze the experience and learn from it versus being afraid or anxious by the thought of it. Today, and I think maybe for the next few days, I am going to just hold my phone and video the pups like out in front of me, like I did in the beginning before I got the tripod, because I feel like with the tripod, I am a little less aware of just not necessarily my surroundings. I always look both ways before crossing the street and that kind of stuff, but just like, I guess, of people and who's watching me and listening to me and that kind of stuff. So I just want to be more alert over the next couple days while, again, I kind of reset. Yeah, just going into game plan mode. So it was so wild yesterday. Those days were so wild. When that guy in the car, when he came back around, right as I was FaceTiming Rachel, he literally skirted up next to the sidewalk it rolled his windows down, and he's literally like tapping on his dashboard, and he's like, come here, like, and I'm like, no, and he's literally like, come here, I want to talk to you, You think I'm just gonna walk up to a strange man's car? Like, the privilege that white men have is absolutely insane. And like lets me know you've never had to fear for a day in your life. You think it's okay to ask a young woman who doesn't know you, that you are harassing, to come to your car window, and she's going to do that, and she's going to listen to you and comply and give a crap about what you have to say? The audacity yesterday, like, honestly, I'm more angry than anything. Like, the tears that you see, like, it's anger, it's frustration, like, especially the guy who was at his house too. I'm like, the boldness. You don't even care that I know where you live. Like, I would never want to start something like that on my driveway with somebody. Like, and I was thinking about it more, and I think that he was assuming like I don't live there in that area, and I was just like in that area to walk my dog for some reason, because he did say, he was like, you should go to the park to walk your dog instead of walking your dog in my neighborhood. And that's what I said. Like, what are you talking about? I'm her dog walker. She lives in this neighborhood.
Like, it's just all so wild, honestly. Like, and as he's standing at the window yelling at me, saying like, "Oh, I'm antagonizing his dogs," or whatever. Scariest part is I was doing his dogs are literally in the window staring at me, and I could see them, and then I wasn't just lolly-dawing in the middle of the street. I wasn't standing out in front of that man's house going "oh booga booga booga" in the window to his freaking dogs. So 3 in one day, back to back to back, makes me a little unwilling to go back out into the world today, but I must. The only way to get over fear is to go through it, and you got to get right back on that horse. So yeehaw, baby. Okay, that was corny, but yeah, I couldn't miss the opportunity. I love you guys. Okay, let's get up with the day. Let's get ready for the day. I hope everybody stays safe today. On my walk with Pee-Pee, honestly, my walk with her is almost over. I completely blanked and completely forgot to pull out my phone to start recording and get a little recording of her. So I'll get a little bit of that now. The walk is going well. It's very quiet out, which is nice. It's sprinkling. So far so good. Everything's good. I saw a mom walking inside her house with her kids, and the minivan door was left open. I was like, no, do it in. So I ran back and I was like, oh, I should say something. Like, no, I'm not gonna say something. I know it's supposed to start pouring, and like I say something and she meant that to happen. And of course her hands were full. She's got 3 kids. And she's like, oh my God, thank you so much. That was so kind of you. So that made me feel good. You know, start having some stranger interactions to, like I said, get right back on the horse. I was a little nervous, but she was very kind, so that's good. Okay. Well, I didn't get any videos of Cass, but, well, I didn't get any videos of Cece because it started pouring. So I took him back and I'm in the car, and I'm going to message the other clients and see how we would like to adjust for the day, because it's going to be raining like this all day. So I'm sure some of the dogs, they can just skip to another day because the owners are home all day. But one of the dogs, the owner works all day, so I might have to see if she's willing or interested in me just kind of letting him go potty in the backyard or something, because I can't walk dogs in this kind of rain. It's not fun for me. And even if they don't mind, they're soaking wet when they get home. Like, their houses are going to be a mess. Like, it's just not...
Very sweet boys. It's been an honor
A little rain
building a
never hurt
relationship
nobody.
with both of them.
Hey, at least it
Hi, Biscuit. Yes.
gives me... I was going to say gives me that wet look in my hair, but it literally is wet, so... Ooh, that lighting plays like so romantic.
On the eyes frost.
Mwah.
I knew you would like it.
I told Mom to pick those colors
So it's red for love.
for love.
You meat. You meat.
Show them your teeth.
Show them your teeth.
Oh, mommy. Stretching. Oh, big twitching. That's what Yui does. Oh. In a noob. Oh, he's like, yes, I big twitching too. I big twitching too. again?
If I have enough money again where I can buy a ranch without thinking about it in Southern California, then I will buy you guys a horse.
Great. Guys, this is all I've ever wanted in my life. And genuinely, like, I think I deserve it. Like, I've had a really hard time in life. I don't know if you know, but, you know, I'm adopted. And it just has been downhill from there. So if you could please, Black, I get harassed on a daily basis. Like, I have titties that hang to the floor and I'm not even 40. Like, if you could just please, like, boost her whatever so she can buy me that ranch and that horse.
Morning. It is
Genuinely,
Thursday,
from the bottom of my heart.
March
I would love that.
13th.
And I will upload feed pics of Rachel every
I am about to walk some dogs. I have 2 dog walks today and 1 training. Yeah, I'm not feeling the best this morning. Honestly, I'm feeling a little worse than I felt yesterday. I think just everything's just really sinking in, and I think my body's just been in a state of like shock and fight or flight, and just overwhelmed my nervous system. Yeah, like I'm even struggling to find the words. As you can see, I have not slept well at all the last 2 nights. I'm having night terrors about my safety being jeopardized. It's hard. I am supposed to start my monthly tomorrow, so I'm kind of hoping that a lot of these feelings are partially hormonal. As I said, I was already going on like that journey. So kind of curious to see how I'm gonna feel maybe in about a week. But I did this morning start looking at some therapists. Sorry, I'm saying so much. I did start looking at some therapists. I'm going to be going on that journey. It seems like it's gonna be a pretty tedious one. I am looking into getting like a body camera to have on me at all times, pepper spray, a taser, just things that I can do to help me feel more secure and safe and protect myself. My sister and my friend was like, you should take the next few days off. And that's just not me. When things like this happen, I can't stay home and just sit in it, because I'm going to have these feelings whether I'm at home or whether I'm out working. And not only that, like, I'm very big on, like, my grandpa always like taught me, like, you get back in the saddle, you get back on the horse. Obviously you take some rest time. Don't get me wrong. You take some rest time. But I truly felt like I needed a few days off, then I would have taken a few days off. But I have dealt with this enough in my life where I know I can get back out there, even if I might be a little emotional about it, or a little nervous about it. But I very much am that person where I'm like, no, I get back on that horse. I truly believe the only way over fear is through it. And I'm somebody that, like, I can't sit and settle, because then the anxiety and the fear might, like, sometimes sits and settles, and then it's harder for me to move forward. And so it's easier for me to just get back out there. So yeah, but I definitely need some added help on the mental side of all of this. And that's why I'm looking into therapy and finding a good therapist at this point. Yeah, I'm sorry that my vlog channel just went from fun to like some heavy stuff, and that's my life. I appreciate those who continue to go along for the journey. My life will very much be an up and downhill roller coaster. It's always been. I never know when SHIT is gonna hit the fan. But it is what it is, life sucks sometimes, but sometimes it's good. Right now it sucks. So we're gonna do what we need to get back to the good parts. All right, I'm sorry that this opening was a little heavy. Let's go walk some dogs. My final client, Cusco. I drove down this block a little while and came to this giant park that's surrounded by all these houses. And I kind of know this neighborhood because I have an old client that lives here. I don't know if they still do, but at least did live here that I worked with. So I have walked this neighborhood quite a few times. And it's a nice big park and I feel like I could be safe here. So we're just gonna have some fun today. I just want to play some games with him, maybe work on some recall, stuff like that. Yeah, we're gonna have fun today. We're gonna do some play and we're also gonna work on some. All right, y'all, the wind literally just picked up.
Yeah,
I
just
hope
do
it
some
doesn't
training
sound
as of right
terrible.
now. I'll give you a little view of the park, a little pan. Cusco, come. Cusco, come. Yes, sit. Good boy, lay. No. Yes, good boy. Wait. Cusco, come! Yeah! Good boy! Good boy! Yes! Oh, find it! Search! Where is it? Well, it's starting to rain. It wasn't supposed to rain the rest of the day. And now these giant water drops are dropping and the rain clouds are literally just over me. Look. If I was there in that area, there would be no rain. But I'm in this area, so there's rain. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna stay and hope that it breaks. It's raining, so we had to cut the session early. I'm really only supposed to be taking him out for like a 30-minute training walk, but I was just gonna do an hour training session today because I wanted to, and it was kind of cut short on Tuesday due to the crazy person, just wanted to, because training helps me feel good when I'm not feeling the best. But it started raining, so we're cutting it early, and by early I mean we're cutting it at 40 minutes, so we still hit the 30-minute walk for 30-minute mark for his regular time. I might stop there and just hang out for a little bit and do some more training, but we'll see. All right. Sorry, Cusco, but we did have fun. We played with a flirt pole and we practiced obedience. Unfortunately, I only got a few clips of that. I had to stop recording because of the rain. I don't mind being in the rain, neither does Cusco, but I don't want my phone sitting out there trying to record in the rain. And then we played Frisbee for a little while, and then we worked on some recall. The best way to teach recall is when you're playing with your dog, whether it's fetch,
flirt pole, frisbee, tug of war. That is the best way to teach a recall, is when you are implementing playtime involved. Recall has to be one of the most fun things that your dog experiences in their life, to make sure you have that recall where your dog comes flying back every time, no matter what. So that's what we were working on today. And it was the perfect environment for it. Big park. He's already doing great with his recall, like at home and, you know, in his usual areas. So going to an area that's new for him, it was perfect because nobody was around. There's no real distractions, but still the environment itself was the distraction. The rain, the wind, and he was doing phenomenal. So that's great. He's a good boy. How'd Cusco? Yeah, he's a good boy. Are you a good boy? Are you a... Oh my... Oh, this is just a good boy.
We are taking a Thursday nose work training class to get ready for Sunday's ORT test. So yeah, let's go search for some searches.
He's on the right track, so hold him, yep. You're doing good. He's just picking up scent everywhere. Oh, I close it, it's just falling. Slowly open. Follow him, follow him. Give him a, yeah. Make sure that you give him room to, good, yeah, that's it. Good, there's one. Then you can cross over to the left, yeah. Go to the next one, just watch it. Make sure he's stepping a step back.
Alert.
Yeah. Dylan, you come off this area. Yep. Follow him. Oops.
Alert.
Yes. Good boy. Wow. Yes. Good boy. Make sure that you keep a little distance.
More distance.
Because then, because if he needs to turn around, you're like.
So give him more. Yes.
Coming from the wall, that's your start line, and then you make a right turn. Everything on the inside is outgoing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And just one hand. So when he looks forward, yep. Now. Yes.
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 Oh, alert.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he bit that. So I was like, wait, that's where I see it now.
Good, no,
Good boy. Good boy.
Good job.
He looked back at me like, hello. Good boy. Good job. That was fast. Good boy.
Might need to go all the way down there.
Okay.
And now you have to give him lots of leash. He has to crack it. Oh!
Good boy.
Yeah, I understand that one.
Good boy.
Good.
That was good. Did you see his little sit?
You know, I included you in the. Can't believe that we were doing so fast. Go with it and then it just has to work out things like that. And if the door goes opens, it does not deter
Good morning. It is Friday, March 14th. I'm feeling a lot better this morning. Dylan usually works from home on Fridays, so he was home this morning, so that made me feel good. And yeah, it's just a good morning. I made my dentist appointment. I haven't been to the dentist in a long time. I hate to admit that. The last time I went to the dentist was a few years ago, and I just went for like a cleaning and to just like check things out, make sure things are good. And I never got my wisdom teeth pulled out. And so the first dentist, open a poop bag. The first dentist that I went to, I was like, that's interesting. Told me, oh, your wisdom teeth are there. You're gonna come. Saying I don't know how you're not in that much pain. And I was like, okay, well, let me think on it. And then I went and got a second opinion. And they said something completely different. I don't remember what they said. It was something to do with a root canal and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, well, what about this and this? And like, oh, no, it's just this that needs to be done. And then I went to another dentist. And I can't remember what the third one said. I know I got the cleaning and stuff done at the third one. But I can't remember if they said anything. I think they didn't. And the third one was way more spaced out from the first two. And so the third one, I just got a cleaning and kind of walked away. I was like, that's interesting. They didn't say anything about any of that stuff. So after that, I just, honestly, out of sight, out of mind. It's not good. Take care of your teeth, everybody. But I just stopped going. And so, yeah. So now I have my dentist appointment coming up, and I'm very excited about that. And the dentist is actually somebody we know personally, so that makes it so much better, because now I can feel confident knowing that this person isn't going to screw me over. Yeah, so there's that. Very good this morning about everything. I'm very hopeful about the future. So yeah, I hope All right, just finished my walks and I made it through a walk with Fiesta without getting harassed. So that is great. Abby came to walk with me today. She messaged me and let me know if I wanted her by my side just to feel a little extra comfortable. She would be more than happy to do that. And I said yes. So yeah, so it was a great walk. And it was raining pretty good today on and off. So I didn't get too much footage, but I got a few clips here and there. My hair. Now I'm gonna head home and I am gonna let the boys out, give them breakfast. I just had everybody sleep in this morning because I only had about 2 hours worth of walks, and I wasn't gonna be out too late. So I'm gonna go home and give them breakfast and yeah, we're just gonna chill. My goal today is to start looking at some therapists and doing some research to see if I can find one that I would like to go with. So yeah, let's go home. I am making Kongs for the boys. This one's for Louie, this one's for Jeter, this one's for Suka. The little trick is you want to use a knife because then you can get it like perfectly smeared around in here. And for those that don't know, for Kongs you have to be able to see the hole on the other side. If you jam pack it, their tongue could get stuck inside and you will need a vet visit. Suka's very excited.
and you will need a vet visit. So yeah. So just packing it in there. The boys are excited, except they're gonna have to wait
Destroy the bottom of that
for
bucket.
them to freeze in the freezer. So get Suki Boo. Good boy. Okay, so now Louie and Jeter are gonna play a search game. I'm gonna help Louie out because Jeter will be so fast at it, so I'll definitely have to lead Louie. Let's see, for Jeter, we'll put the first one. Let's put it. Wait. I always start off making them easy, and then they get harder and harder. For Louie, we'll make it easy. You're just doing your job, Serge. Go. I'm not gonna be able to play this game with you and Louie. I know, we're gonna have to play separately. Now it's Louie's turn. Put it right there. Jeter, stay. Louie, come on. Louie, search. Search. He doesn't really know the game. He used to know Find It, but oh, he got the scent. Look. There we go. We haven't played this in a long time, huh, Louie? Good boy, baby, come on. Okay, Jeter's turn again. Let's see. I want to put it in there, but no, way too dirty. Where should we put you? Jeter, search. Where? I don't want to put it anywhere where like he'll. You know what? Let's put it in my shoe. That won't be. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. For a ye baby, we'll put this one right here. Stay, Jeter. Louie. Search. Okay, Jeter. Let me see. I'm gonna put it. Good boy, baby. Right there. Search. It's funny, he went back to the spot the last one was at. Oh my God, Louie's gonna find it before he does. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Oh, he didn't. Who's gonna find it first? He's gonna find it. Oh. Y'all, you have no idea how much this tires dogs out. 10, 20 minutes of this. Na-night. Na-night. Their nose controls 60% of their brain. They're working. Louis gonna find it. Oh, Louis found it! Good boy, Lou. It was right here, Jeter. One, it was right there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 heights. Okay. Let's see. We'll put one under there. Excuse my dirty floors. It's been raining for 4 days. We'll put one back there. Leave that open. We'll put one right there. We'll put another one in there. We'll put another one right there. We'll put another one. I'll close this. We'll put another one. Oh, right back there behind the thing. And this last one, we will put. I'll put behind that one. Okay. Search. Nope. One's down. Oh, Jeter sees the one in the crate. Oh. There's only 2 left. Good. Good boy, Jeter. Good boy. Okay, all done. The lid came off. has to hit it a little harder. If he picks it up by his mouth, the lid will pop off. I want him to get the lid off himself so that he can have oh, there we go. Have success. Yeah, good boy, Sugi Bill. You got it. Good boy. Took enough banging around.
So it helps it kind of work. Don't want to just dip a stiff new paintbrush into paint.
Okay, ready? Here you go. Enjoy. Jeter, Spot, Louie, Spot. Good boy. Rainy day in Richmond, rainy day in Richmond, delicious, delicious. I love rainy day in Richmond. What are you doing, crazy? What are you doing, crazy? Me too. Me too. Go, me too. Yay! She jumped up. Yay! She jumped up. Hi, CD. Hi, little goo. Hi, little goo. Hi, little goo. In a noop, in a noop, in a noop, a noop, a noop, a noop, a noop.